This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, August 3rd, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. On Friday, Anne Arundel County Police had to arrest one of their own. Corporal Jacob Miskell was a 5-year veteran of the police department, and he has been charged with theft. This all stems from an April 27th incident when he responded to an unattended death in the 1600 block of Wall Drive in Pasadena. Investigations indicated that he had stolen firearms as well as other property from the residence. Police did execute a search and seizure warrant at his residence on Friday night, and he was placed under arrest. He is currently suspended without pay. County Executive Pittman said when a police officer uses the authority bestowed by the badge to facilitate criminal activity of any kind, that officer is undermining law enforcement everywhere. This cannot and will not be tolerated. I want to express my heartfelt thanks to the Anne Arundel County police officers who uncovered the evidence and carried out the arrest of Corporal Miskell. We will not only investigate this crime, but also pursue evidence that may lead to further crimes or misconduct. It is an active investigation, and police are asking anybody that may have any tips or thoughts to give them a call at 410-222-4700. On Thursday evening at the corner of Elbaden Road and Tall Pines Court in Glen Burnie, a woman says that she was sexually assaulted. Police did respond at about 9 p.m. The adult victim said that she was sexually assaulted at the intersection while she was walking her dog. The suspect did flee in a newer red Dodge Charger with tinted windows, chrome wheels, no rear spoiler, and she said the vehicle should have a dent on the rear driver's side quarter panel or bumper area. She did provide a sketch to the police department, and you want to go to eyeonannapolis.net, check that out, see if you may know anything. He is described as a black or Hispanic male, light complexion, 5'8" to 5'9", stocky, last seen in a gray t-shirt, jeans, and dark sneakers. If anybody has any information or may have seen anything or anything may have been captured on local security cameras, you want to contact the Anne Arundel County Police Department Sex Offense Unit at 410-222-4732. Some good news about COVID, if there can be any. All of Maryland's 24 jurisdictions now have met Governor Hogan's goal of testing 10% of their populations for the coronavirus. In a press release sent out by the governor this weekend, the state's COVID-19 positivity rate has also dropped to 4.47, and it has been below 5% since June 25th. The state so far has administered 1.25 million tests to its citizens. Governor Hogan said our aggressive statewide testing strategy is helping us to understand, identify, and stop the spread of this virus, and I want to commend all of our local jurisdictions for stepping up to meet our goal of testing 10% of their populations. So, a little bit of good news there. California Pizza Kitchen has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. They are entering what they hope to be a 3-month restructuring agreement, which says the company will close unprofitable locations and reduce its long-term debt load and, quote, quickly emerge from bankruptcy as a much stronger company. Now, California Pizza Kitchen has 4 locations here in Maryland, one right here in the Annapolis Mall, and there is no word as to whether that one is profitable or not. We'll see if it does remain. The company did say it's been working with landlords to renegotiate leases and so far has been granted $6.1 million in concessions for the next 3 years, but California Pizza Kitchen generally has not paid rent since the pandemic began. And finally, as we wrap it up, this is some great news. A few weeks ago, we told you about the Green Give, which was an environmental online fundraiser. Well, the Anne Arundel County community came together for more than $110,000 given to 10 local environmental organizations. This is just absolutely fantastic. It was held July 21st to July 22nd. It kicked off with a video that reflected on how the pandemic has really affected our relationship with nature and ended with short clips showing the work of all 10 organizations. Commenting on the $110,000 raised, Elvia Thompson, who is the president of Annapolis Green and a good friend. You want to go check out Annapolis Green's podcast on the Legacy Business Series. They do such good work. But Elvia said it's really heartwarming. There is so much need, and yet Anne Arundel County residents and businesses saw fit to support our work. We are humbled by the generous donations and will put those funds to good use. Now, every dollar raised through the Green Give will be used for local projects right here in Anne Arundel County. And certainly in this time when federal support is very questionable at best, the work of grassroots organizations is truly vital. So good job, citizens of Anne Arundel County, helping to support our environment. All right, that does wrap it up for us today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day for updates to these stories and more. And you do want to check out that sketch of that suspect in that Glen Burnie sexual assault. If you are someplace that you can leave us a rating or a review, please do that and let your friends and family and colleagues know all about us and how to get a hold of us and how to subscribe to us. It is Monday, so we normally would have Anne Arundel with your Money Monday report, but you know what? Anne is taking the day off. She is camping in the mountains with her kids, and I am hoping she has not been eaten by a bear, and as long as that didn't happen, she will be back here next Monday, rest assured. But we do have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast coming up, and this is going to be a dicey one because we do have a hurricane brewing, and it is going to come right at the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay, so it could be a dicey day or two here in the area. He's coming up just 1 minute, but first, here's Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, August 3rd. Yesterday went back to being hot across the Annapolis region after a cooler Friday and a fairly normal Saturday, but all eyes are now on Tropical Storm Isaias, which is expected to pass through the eastern half of the DMV region, with the center likely moving through between Ocean City and eastern Maryland, which will bring multiple weather threats to the area, with an expected 3 to 6 inches of rain, a very elevated potential for flash flooding, damaging winds in the 30 to 60 mile per hour range, with slightly higher gusts possible, leading to downed trees and power outages, and we may even see a few weak isolated tornadoes as well. The timing of this storm will kick in later today and should last through much of Tuesday before heading off quickly to the northeastern U.S. later Tuesday into Wednesday. Stay tuned for updates later today and tomorrow, and look for some live reporting in the Annapolis region on the DMV Weather Facebook page as conditions evolve with this approaching storm. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. Do what you can to stay dry and avoid any of the effects of this tropical storm. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Store. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And use our website each day at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
The SPCA of Anne Arundel County invites you to take the Plunge Challenge. Post a picture or video on social media of your pet cooling off in the Severn River or your kiddie pool, maybe the Quiet Waters Doggy Beach, wherever. Use the hashtag #TakeThePlungeChallenge. Donate if you can and share with your friends. This summer, the SPCA Puppy Plunge goes virtual so you can still help care and find homes for surrendered cats and dogs. For details, go to aacspca.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.